And not only am I switching this one, I might be like dunking this one, like reverse windmill tomahawk, like whatever it may be.
Hey, how about those Knicks? How about those Knicks?
Hey, how about those Knicks?
Hey, how about those Knicks, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode. Actually, I don't like another, it's another. Welcome back to yet another episode of TKW Weekly right here, Monday, 9 a.m. You know where to find us. We've got 4 quarters for you as always, and 4 excellent quarters they were. In the first quarter, we switched or dished. Hartenstein managed in his role. I'm pretty sure you know where that went. We're all on the same accord. In the second quarter, we had a great introspective question about which of the Knicks' big 3 will have the most all-star appearances in their career. So see who you agree with, how you feel about it, whatever. Third quarter, we discussed Jalen Brunson and his right to the Most Improved Player Award, which does belong to him this year. He's a shoo-in. In fact, go ahead and put it in on whatever sports book you use. None of them are paying us yet. In the fourth quarter, we had a game, as always, face smash for the second time. So enjoy the show. Let us know what you think, and tune in every week, Monday at 9 a.m.
All right, folks. First quarter time. You know what it is. It's time to swish or dish a little bit. I'm just going to throw this one right up. It really doesn't need to be, I don't need a big rant. I don't need a big preamble here. I don't really need much of anything. We all know where this is going to go once you hear it. Leave my mouth here. So, Sean, I'm going to elaborate right to you immediately, okay? Are you swishing or dishing that Isaiah Hartenstein not just needs to be benched, but banished?
I'm not only am I switching this one, I might be like dunking this one, like reverse windmill tomahawk, like whatever it may be, like the most firm way I can get these points in. I need this to be a 100% from the field type shot. I'm switching this for sure. Isaiah Hartenstein needs to stop playing basketball for this team. It's the last tweak necessary. We are one infinity stone away from a perfect rotation. I do not enjoy watching him play basketball at all. When I see him come to the scorer's table as the first big off the bench, it gives me the same feeling that I would get when, I had to watch. He's the one player I don't enjoy watching, So I'm looking forward to hopefully Obi being able to be that first big off the bench. I think that's the most optimal use. You have Obi come off the bench for Mitch, and then you have Jericho Sims check in for Julius Randle, and we'd be good money. I think that's the best way to go. If Isaiah Hartenstein starts playing, then we won't get out-rebounded by guys like TJ McConnell with our 7-footers, and we'll be in great shape. So definitely switching that. How about you, Jenny?
Man, I got to say the same. I got to swish. I just feel like he doesn't bring enough in terms of impact overall. Right. You see the effect that he has. The rebounding's just not there. The vision's not there. He does hustle, but it just comes down to the impact, So the way that I'd look, if I could remove his minutes, what I would like to do is kind of, again, Sean said, similarly, I'd like to split that up between Sims and Obi. You know what I mean? Like straight up, if Hart's getting about 14, 15 minutes a game, that's so easy now. You give, 7 minutes of those right to Obi. Obi can now get closer to 20 minutes a game, and then you split the rest with Sims. I think Sims, he can absolutely, if you give him the chance to grow, he can absolutely grow into a great backup role for Mitch. I just think that he brings more tenacity. I think that he has just he's more athletic overall. You know what I mean? He jumps high, way higher. I just think that he needs the time to grow into the IQ. Let him get into a position where he gets comfortable with positioning, with poise, things that Mitch Robinson took time to grow into, but has mastered now, and I'd love to see that out of Sims. I think the combination of them would be great. Mitch, Sims backing him up, and then, you got I-Hart if you need it. I think that's the best way to go about it. No? Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, look, just like Sean, I am, windmilling in my way. I'm dunking this one. This is more than a swish. And I really like the Isaiah Hartenstein signing when it had happened. I thought it's low risk, not just high reward, but I just figured given, stuff that I had seen from him with the Clippers, I thought it made a lot of sense for we had tried backup bigs that were exactly the same as Mitch before. And I thought it was a little bit refreshing to at least go, okay, we're going to try to get a different look from the backup 5 this time. But, sometimes you have the right idea and it doesn't work the way that you intended. And that's kind of where we're at here.
All right, guys, quarter 2. And I got one question on my mind. right? Out of Brunson, Randall, and Barrett, which player do you think at the end of their career has the most all-star appearances? And I want to answer this as a group all together. So I'm going to count down from 3. In 3, 2, 1.
RJ.
Jalen Brunson. I got to do it. I'm sorry. I think let me be. I have the unpopular, nothing unpopular. I have the different take. So let me start. Okay. I just think he has an easier path. I think point guards normally it's a hard bar to clear, but then once you clear it, usually it's like you and like 3 dudes out, like for just point guards, right? And RJ is at a spot where I think he's listed for front court, first of all, and it makes it very difficult for him to get in. He's going to have to be like really spectacular. You know, not that I'm saying he's not deserving or anything else. I just think like for him and even for Julius, like they got to be like really exceptional and sort of overwhelming to make the case, at least for the next couple of years, right? Just given the talent that they're going to be competing with. Jalen, you know, if he's going to consistently average like over 22 with like 7 assists, they're a playoff team. Now they're going to be what, 4 or 5 games over 500. They're 6th out East. They're kind of solidifying themselves as a playoff team. I think that's sort of the argument that always gives yourself a chance.
Sean, what do you think? I don't want to pile on. Obviously, I agreed with Kyle, so I want to hear kind of like a differing, stance.
So I contemplated Jalen. Like, I think that's a good answer, and I actually agree with a lot of what you said. And there is definitely an easier path for him, especially like this is year 1 of Jalen's prime. And so, from now on, it's only up from here, I believe. Like, he'll continue to improve. We'll be a better team, things like that. With RJ, for me, it's, the basketball he was playing before he got injured, where he was averaging like 25 on good splits and doing that. It's just like, he won't be an all-star this year, but it's like, if he's playing at that level next year, even at that level without like improving and taking it to another level, I believe he makes a case for an all-star game if he doesn't have that super slow start. And so with the same thing as Jalen, it's like, I think once RJ gets in, especially because I think RJ has like I think he has probably the most star power. Like Jalen is a star, but I think that Jalen is looked at like, he doesn't have the name for whatever reason yet. And I believe that RJ came in with the pedigree. And so once the production is matching the pedigree and he's like, getting there, and he'll be 23 if he gets it next year. And so from then on, it's just like, a long run of possible all-star games for him.
Agreed with that.
That makes sense too. And that was a good point that you brought up, because RJ definitely does have more of that star power, just that face, that name right out from high school into college and obviously to the NBA, number 3 pick. But the way that I look at things is, Randall's in his 9th season, right? His first all-star appearance was in his 7th season. So you're looking at RJ. RJ is young still. He's only in his 4th season. So it's like he's still got plenty of time. In his 2nd, 3rd season, I was always saying I would think that RJ is going to really pop and take that big jump in his 5th season. Right now, I kind of hope it does, but I'm looking more later than I originally had thought earlier on. Brunson, he's in his 5th season right now, and he's at his prime, like Kyle mentioned. I think that just right now, the way he's playing and the window that he has on this team, I feel like he could continue playing like this for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And I think that, as long as the organization does the right thing, continue to, put the right guys, on this roster, Jalen absolutely has the ability to, take his game and keep it at that next level. I think once you solidify yourself and make a name for yourself, which he's doing right now, he builds on that next season, boom, he gets into the All-Star game. And as long as he keeps doing it, I don't see that stopping.
You can see, hat is embroidered here. Okay. If you like the hat, I think it looks pretty good. Hoodies, I've been wearing them last couple shows. You see it, nice little embroidered patch here. So we're gonna have tees, the hoodies, the hats, everything's gonna go on sale on Tuesday. So if you're interested, you like this stuff, stay tuned. I know a lot of you guys have DM'd, whether it's TKW or myself, but everything's gonna come out, price points, everything else, everything's gonna come out probably Tuesday.
Can't wait to see you guys at the Garden in your TKW merch. I can't wear that hat personally, but I can't wait to flick it up with one of you guys with the hat on. Very excited.
We had a tweet here from at Wanjets Drive, very good handle. It says Brunson will win the Most Improved Player award. Book it. And if you look at the odds, he's sort of climbing up a little bit. I think SGA to me is really the guy you have to catch. Can Laurie keep this up all year? Because because Jalen might, right? So what is Jalen got to do here to win this award? Do you think he's going to win it? What does he got to do?
Right. So the way I'm looking at it right now is I don't think that he'll pull it out. And the reason why is because I think SGA just has so much, I don't want to say attention, but just so much luster about him right now. Everybody's talking about him. He's young, obviously. There's just a lot of looks, in his direction. I think that he's kind of got that unlocked. So for anybody to take that away from him, I think that they really have to, make a big statement. Halliburton, I'm not really big on him. I don't think that he's made such a big statement this year. I thought he's done a couple nice things. Yes, I can't take that away from him. I just don't think it's been enough, Markkanen, great jump. I think that he's made a huge step in his game. I just don't think that it should be as high up on this list as it is. Again, Utah Jazz, you know what I mean? It's not that market. You got Brunson. I don't want to be biased, but you're talking about, averaging 22.2 right now, 6.5, and I think 3.4. I think most improved is such a blanket term that you have to kind of look at so many different things. And I think Brunson does so many different things that he definitely is more deserving of that. I don't know if it's going to be enough to get over SGA, but I think, if he finishes this season out and he doesn't stop and say something else happens, maybe there's a better chance. But I just don't think he could overcome SGA. I think he deserves it, but that's going to be a tough hill to climb.
Sean, yes or no? Most improved Jalen Brunson. Is he going to get it done?
I think he'll get it done, man. I'm ready to bang the drum. And it's because, right now the Thunder, they're playing better than people would have expected, but they're an 11 seed. And so I feel like if the Thunder miss the play-in and the Knicks go to the playoffs, I don't really want to hear about, SG, winning mattered with the all rookie first team and second team when RJ was there. So winning should matter a little bit here. And also I think that Jalen is SGA is great. He's playing great basketball. He's hooping. He's not necessarily doing things he wasn't doing before. Jalen Brunson is doing things that he was not doing before. When you have a guy who
great point.
Had 4 career 30-point games and has 4 in the last week, it's different now. This is what most improved player is about. And so, of course, he's not going to average 30 throughout the rest of the year. But, will he? I don't know. The way that he's moving right now, it looks like he could average over 25 points a game for the rest of the season.
So if the Thunder don't make the playoffs, the Knicks make the playoffs, right? By the season's end, you would think that Brunson probably has better chances, better odds all around of being that MIP rather than SGA. Because I just feel like it's
he'd be more deserving in that scenario.
Tough gap to cover. Yeah.
Let me give you some of the. I have SGA because still, right? Because he's averaging 30 this year, right? It's sort of an irrefutable. That's a lot of fucking points in any NBA season. So if you're doing 30, it's hard for us to even if he doesn't make the playoffs, for me, it's tough. But if I'm going to give you ammunition, right, it is this. So he's shooting a lot better. He's jumped 5% in his field goal percentage and his 3-point percentage, right? So he's just shooting much better, right? Okay, that helps for sure. But if I'm going to give you the hater spiel here to go anti-SGA, he's doubling his free throw attempts and made this year. And the difference of 5 extra free throws is directly correlated to his scoring average jumping from 24, 25 to 30. So if I'm going to give you the hater spiel as to why Brunson makes it, it's because we can call him a free throw merchant who's just getting some extra free throws. And therefore, his scoring average has been stat padded. I wasn't going to say it, but then if we're going full hater here, that's the angle, So I think if they don't make the playoffs, you then look at it and be like, this guy was stat padding, running at the line, getting those 5 extra free throws a game that he wasn't getting last year. That's where the points come from. And if your argument is just points, it's not enough. We're in the playoffs. Jalen Brunson's averaging career numbers across the board. If we want to go full bias, full hater, that's the angle for me.
Right now, if you just look at, most improved and what it means, SGA is averaging 30. Yeah, that's real cute. But he averaged 25 last year. So that's a 5-point increase. Jalen Brunson averaged 16 last year, and that's a 6-point increase. And I believe that by the end of the season, his average will be around 24, 25. That can be an 8 to 9 point increase. He's averaging 2 more assists, and so I think that he embodies what most improved is about. Regardless, SGA is playing excellent basketball. If they had an offensive player of the year award, give it to him. They don't.
the fourth quarter, lads. You know what time it is? It's game time. If you're Sean, if you're me, you're happy about this because we come out of here with W's. If you're somebody else on this panel, if you're Danny B, usually you walk away with an L. Danny is 0-4. Okay, that's the story of right now. He's 0-4. Even I want Danny to come out victorious today. I'm not going to throw the game, but even I want Danny to get a win. It's embarrassing at this point. You can't go winless. We can't have winless people. Okay, Danny's got to step up. Okay, so I'm trying to pump you up a little bit here.
I want this dub. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been doing my research. All right, I've bought some trivia books. I've been staying up late and just trying to take in as much Knicks information as I can, and hopefully I get a chance to show off today.
You've been watching the film 3 and 4 times.
So Danny's putting in the work. So without further ado, we will kick off the Face Mash part 2 here on TKW Weekly. And hopefully Danny gets a win. Maybe.
Sean.
I'm going to go Julius Randle and Deuce McBride.
Incorrect.
Damn it. Oh.
I'm less confident now. I think Juice McBride is definitely one. And I think... I don't know who that second man is. I'm just going to say it's probably wrong. So like Dennis Smith Jr.?
Incorrect.
It's not correct. Just go to Danny. Yeah, okay.
Jerry and Grant, Deuce McBride.
Incorrect. Correct answer. Deuce McBride
Jericho Sims. Oh.
and Eddie Curry.
Oh, that is Eddie Curry's face.
I was gonna say that, man.
His face didn't look fat enough for it to be Eddie Curry. That's what threw me off. I don't know which.
Man.
Did you use Knicks era
Give
Eddie
us the
Curry,
next one.
or was it
Let's keep this
Bulls
going.
era Eddie Curry?
I'm so pissed.
Next one.
I can't believe that.
We all win.
No, at least
We all
nobody
win.
got it.
Yeah, you're still in the standing. Oh boy. Well, this is a nightmare image.
Yeah, it really is a nightmare image.
Is it Luke Cornett and like Ryan Arky? I'm not. I would look at the last name.
I'm gonna go Luke Cornett and Beno Uje.
Incorrect.
That's what I was thinking. Cornette and Porzingis.
Incorrect. The answer was Cornette and Ron Baker.
Was never going to get Ron Baker. Was never ever going to get Ron Baker.
Yeah.
I can see Ron Baker now, but yeah, I wasn't seeing.
I don't.
Before. Damn it.
My second guess was going to be Hartenstein because of that weird little beard. I was never going to get Ron Baker. So
I was trying to put
Ron
to
Baker's eyes.
everybody. They are. That's
they,
true,
though?
but it didn't look.
Without the dirty blonde hair, I couldn't think Ron Baker.
Okay, we're going to number 3 here. Alonzo Trier and Amari Stoudemire.
That's correct.
Yes!
Damn it!
I almost said Iman Shumpert instead of Trier, but then the head shape with the haircut had to be
Yeah.
Trier. Very close.
Damn
Very
it.
close.
Danny.
I was first.
Man. Were you first? All right. Was Sal first?
No. All right, Danny go.
All right. We got Kevin Knox and we got, oh my God. I know. Oh man.
5, 4, 3,
I
2,
can't think of it.
1.
I can't think of the name.
Sean.
Kevin Knox and Obi Toppin.
Yeah,
Correct.
Really?
yeah. How did you get Kevin Knox first and I don't be topping?
I don't know. And then I started
But
looking.
look at the beard and the haircut.
I know,
It's
you're
obviously
right.
Obi.
Yeah,
The ears.
Obi's little waves.
Do we have one more? Do we have one more?
Of course, we got one more.
All right.
We have one
So
more. Danny has negative 700 points, which means he's eliminated. Sean has 100, and Kyle has 0. So now it's between Sean and Kyle.
I
don't
got
like
minus
this scoring
points
system
for the
anymore.
first couple. Okay.
And this is the
Let's go
last
to-
one, right?
Last one, winner
The
takes
last
all. Me and
one.
Sean.
if I know it, I'm just shouting it out. I'm gonna ruin your days.
You can do
just
that.
for the pride.
But what are the odds of me actually knowing it?
I mean, historically, none. Oh,
Sean,
Bobby Portis and Jericho
Well, it's tough.
Sims.
Sean is our winner.
Let's go! We are the champions, my
Did you reverse
friends.
that? Good.
We'll keep on fighting. Oh.
now I will say,